Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into 6 massive news stories from a single day that completely reshaped the future of space, silicon, gaming, and cybersecurity. I am so excited to walk you through this because it's a perfect snapshot of how interconnected our tech ecosystems have truly become. Understanding these shifts gives us a literal roadmap for the next decade.
Okay, let's dive into this, because you might be wondering why we're focusing on this specific date. Well, May 30th serves as the ultimate inflection point. We literally saw industry titans clashing and entire monopolies shifting right before our eyes. We're going to look at the exact data, the strategies, and the precise decisions that defined this incredibly pivotal day. Here's our roadmap for today. We're covering SpaceX securing the skies, the ARM processor revolution, a new era of AI, dodging a gaming juggernaut, and finally, the looming quantum threat. We've got a ton of ground to cover, so let's jump right in.
Section 1. SpaceX secures the skies. The David versus Goliath of space.
We're starting with the ultimate clash of titans in the orbital sector. And this brilliantly illustrates why SpaceX launched 29 Starlink satellites just 12 hours after Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket tragically exploded into a massive fireball during a test. Blue Origin's philosophy of absolute perfection essentially left them with a failure visible from over 100 miles away. Meanwhile, SpaceX's launch fast, learn faster methodology resulted in flawless execution. They actually used a booster on its 16th flight. It just goes to show that real-world operational experience, we're talking over 120 launches and a 98% success rate in 2026 alone, beats theoretical perfection every single time.
So, what's the financial reward for that kind of unmatched reliability? Try a staggering $4.16 billion. This massive Pentagon contract officially transformed SpaceX from a simple commercial launch provider into America's absolute largest space defense contractor. This is a complete game changer, guys. They aren't just sending up broadband satellites anymore. They are standing shoulder to shoulder with, and even overtaking, legacy defense giants like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon.
To really put this into perspective, think about the Iron Dome. It's an incredibly effective system, right? But it's regional, it's ground-based, and it was built for about $2.3 billion. The new Golden Dome program, which SpaceX is securing the space component for, with over $6.45 billion in total funding, is a global network operating in low Earth orbit. It literally reduces the reaction time for hypersonic threats traveling above Mach 5 from minutes down to mere seconds. It's a fundamental shift in national defense. We are moving our primary shield from the ground up to the stars.
Moving on to Section 2, the ARM processor revolution, disrupting the monopoly.
So let's step down from orbit and look at the silicon engines powering our everyday lives. On that exact same day, an unprecedented, coordinated attack was launched against Qualcomm's absolute grip on the Windows market. Nvidia, Microsoft, and ARM dropped synchronized teasers promising a new era of PC. For years, Qualcomm basically held a monopoly on the Windows on ARM market, but this three-way collaboration signaled a total earthquake for the laptop industry. Just like that, Qualcomm's unchallenged reign was over.
Let's pop the hood and see exactly how this disruption is happening. The Nvidia N1X chip packs in 6,144 CUDA cores with an ARM CPU. This means your next paper-thin Windows laptop will finally rival a heavy desktop workstation in raw gaming and AI power. We're talking 20 ARM cores, designed by MediaTek, an RTX 5070 class GPU, and up to 128 gigabytes of memory. Now, Apple's M4 Pro still holds a slight edge when it comes to sheer software-hardware integration, for sure, but the Nvidia N1X absolutely blows past the Snapdragon and poses a massive existential threat to Intel and AMD's long-standing dominance. It's wild.
Section 3. A new era of AI, the new rhythm of collaboration. With all that crazy new local processing power, the way developers actually write software is undergoing its own profound turning point. Imagine this. You're on your morning commute. Step 1, you launch a complex coding task on your phone. Step 2, Codex securely executes that task remotely on your locked Windows PC back at the office. By the time you walk through the door for Step 3, you're literally just reviewing the finished code. OpenAI is turning ChatGPT into a super app, giving you a completely flexible remote development environment right in your pocket. They call it a new rhythm of collaboration, and it's shrinking development cycles from weeks to mere hours.
Section 4. Dodging the gaming juggernaut, a strategic retreat. Speaking of software, even the biggest titans occasionally have to read the room, swallow their pride, and strategically retreat. Microsoft officially claimed they wanted a dedicated moment for their massive Fable reboot,
But come on, the whole industry knows the real reason they're running scared from the November 2026 holiday window. Fable was initially slated for 2024, then pushed to fall 2026, and now they've pushed it entirely out of the holiday rush to February 2027. Why on earth would you abandon the most lucrative shopping season of the year? Because there is an absolute monster lurking in November 2026.
200 million. That staggering number is the lifetime sales of Grand Theft Auto 5. Microsoft knows any game trying to compete with the launch of GTA 6 will be swallowed completely whole by Rockstar's black hole of hype. It genuinely doesn't matter how incredible the Fable reboot turns out to be. When GTA 6 drops, it's going to decisively capture 100% of the media, the streamers, and the players' wallets. So Microsoft made the exceptionally smart, if somewhat humbling decision to just step aside and let the juggernaut pass.
Finally, Section 5. The looming quantum threat. The race against time. All right, let's pivot to an existential horizon that connects all of this, hardware, software, and your personal data, in a truly terrifying way. Attackers are not waiting for functional quantum computers to exist before they steal your interbank messages, corporate secrets, or old Bitcoin keys. No, they are hoarding your encrypted data right now. It's a strategy known as harvest now, decrypt later. These advanced, well-funded attackers know classical computers can't break today's encryption, but they also know the quantum computers of tomorrow will slice right through it like butter. So they're systematically stealing the locked digital vaults today, just patiently waiting for the ultimate master key to be invented.
And that master key is coming fast. Google AI projects that by 2030, 1,200 logical qubits will be able to crack a standard Bitcoin key in just 9 minutes. 9 minutes! This is why the entire tech industry is in an absolute sprint to establish post-quantum cryptography before it's too late. The danger accelerates incredibly fast here. We'll see the first commercial 500-qubit computers in 2028, leading right into that 2030 danger zone. Roughly 1/3 of all Bitcoin is tied to older, vulnerable addresses. The global financial system is scrambling to migrate to post-quantum standards by 2035, but clearly the threat window burst wide open long before that. As you think about how these massive shifts in space defense, silicon processors, AI, and cybersecurity all intersect, I want to leave you with this chilling thought about your own digital footprint. Is your most sensitive data already harvested, just waiting in the dark for the ultimate quantum key? It is a fascinating, rapidly evolving, and honestly, slightly terrifying new world we're building. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. I really hope this deep dive helped clarify the incredible turning points we're witnessing across the tech landscape. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one.